YouTube, what up? And right now we got top 10 outrageous Vince McMahon moments, wrestling flashback. And about to tell y'all can tell that something wrong with my face right here. I kind of have like a Down syndrome. Like I kind of been hiding this shit from y'all. So every now and then something would trigger my face to just become completely numb. And this, my left side is really fucking nuts. Nah, I even got. But nah, I went to the dentist this morning. I had to get my cap filled in or whatever. It broke Friday, so I had to come back this morning and get the shit. So I just got done doing that. So finally got my little setup. I was working on this yesterday. I got my little setup, my little, my confined area and shit like that. So I'm just trying to explain to y'all that I don't want y'all thinking I'm retarded or something, you know what I'm saying? So that's what happened this morning. So these stretch videos is gonna be me looking retarded like this. But actually, I enjoy making wrestling videos because they funny as fuck. Do I watch wrestling on a daily basis? No. I started watching wrestling when I was in the 5th grade, 2011. SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, that's the last time I was playing a wrestling game on a consistent basis. But Vince McMahon, he's a villain to me. I used to hate his ass when growing up. I remember that match with Shawn Michaels. I think it was a WrestleMania event. That shit was dope as hell. Vince McMahon is a dope ass boss. Basically, who's the new Vince McMahon of today is Triple H. So it's kind of crazy how everything kind of evolved. But that's how life is. But we gonna go ahead and get into this shit, man. This shit gonna be funny as fuck, savage as hell. That nigga used to fire motherfuckers. He used to do that gay ass shit where he'll pull his pants down and this nigga have a damn near a thong on, straight up. But shit, let's go. I ain't got this shit ready to play yet. Hold on, let me skip this ad real quick. I bet. So let's go ahead and get into it, man, straight up. And shout out to Wrestling Flashback for making this video. Shit, I make sure y'all check out this video for your own self. Cause of course I'm not the originator or the original content creator. That's, you know what I mean? I just want to point that out.
Whether it's through his real life or on-screen antics, Vince McMahon will always be one of wrestling's most controversial men. He's been involved in so many crazy segments and matches over the years, but today we've narrowed it down as we look at 10 outrageous Vince McMahon moments on WWE TV. Before we start the list, let's run through some honorable mentions. McMahon has been no stranger to getting down and dancing over the years, but he was at his best during the 1987 Sammy Awards, performing Stand Back, where he was accompanied by choreographed dancers and numerous wrestlers playing instruments.
I never will be just an ordinary guy. Finally have to say,
Play. I remember that shit. Cause like I said on the last video, I had growing up when I was at the peak of my wrestling, being a fan, I used to have the DVD. My mama bought me these DVDs called Raw is War. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all let me know if y'all know what Raw is War is. It was some DVDs where they were playing that Shawn Michaels, that Triple H shit we just seen. This right here, yeah, I remember that shit on God.
War history occurred in October 1998 when McMahon lay in a hospital bed after having his ankle broken by The Undertaker and Kane the previous week.
Damn!
The debut of Mr. Socko and Stone Cold Steve Austin coming in, raining down shots on Vince's injured ankle before smashing a bedpan over the boss's head.
When Steve grabbed the bedpan, Steve just grabbed shit that was near him and hit Vince with the bedpan and about killed him.
I don't think it's going to hurt that much, but this fucking thing is thick. And of course, when it's showtime, you don't even think about it. That was fun.
In 2001, Vince began to make out with Trish Stratus on TV, while McMahon's wife Linda was wheelchair-bound in a zombie-like state. But things changed when Vince made Trish walk like a dog and stripped.
I remember that
Vince
shit on
also
God.
covered Trish in dirty mop water at one point.
I knew that the way it was presented to me that I would get mine in the end, and I did. So it turned out to be a memorable moment.
Oh God, Trish bad as fuck.
For what we were creating in the
But my cousin, he loved Trish. Shout out my nigga Flipperoo.
Saying and doing some of the most heinous things you can imagine as a father.
I will never ever forgive your mother for giving birth to you.
This is bad enough, but it doesn't even scratch the surface when it comes to the crazy things that Vince has scripted himself to do on television. Number 10. Gets naked for Tori Wilson. Vince certainly enjoyed making out with countless women on television.
Always been attracted to women, love women.
But the Miss McMahon character was prepared to take it one step further on the July 2nd Raw from 2001. On the show, Vince appeared with Tori Wilson backstage and questioned how badly she wanted to become a WWF superstar. And it became clear that Vince could make this happen, provided Tori made love with him. Although, despite several attempts, the two were continually interrupted. First by Stone Cold whilst in the shower, then by Kurt Angle in a mop closet, and also by Perry Saturn in a bathroom. Vince and Tori then made their way to the laundry
They
room.
won't let this shit roll nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
Tori began to undress Vince and then asked him to close his eyes. McMahon obliged.
The old wrestling used to be so hard.
His eyes again. And when he did, staring back at Vince was his wife Linda, looking on in disgust.
And I've got a big surprise for you.
Vince tried to play it off as if he was doing his laundry, but Vinnie Mac had been caught with his pants down. Number 9. Screaming in the announcer's ears. Vince screaming in the commentator's ears was an unfortunate staple of WWE programming for many years.
Whether you're
Nah, them niggas is so funny. When them commentators be getting mad and shit, that should be funny as hell.
It's forced some announcers to outright quit the company because of the constant tirade of abuse over the headset, including the likes of Taz and the hardcore legend Mick Foley.
Look at Batista's face. It's nothing but pure hatred, a mask of unbridled hatred. And then I hear that voice go, "That's enough with that effing hate word." And I went, I'm not used to being treated like this, right? That was part of the job. I didn't want any part of it.
Renee Paquette cited a specific moment when she knew she was done with the WWE after Vince screamed in her ear.
The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, throwed a package, and he's in my ear and goes, "You fucking ruined it!" Screaming at me, telling me that I've ruined this segment because I did not refer.
But yeah,
to
this kind of personal though. I ain't trying to hear no personal
At
shit.
that point, I knew.
Even though this
I
ain't
am out of here, man.
I had a supervisor who was a goddamn a nutcase. Goddamn that nigga was lame as fuck, man. Like, that's another discussion for another day.
You want me to say that every time? Because I said it a shitload of times tonight. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. So you want... Yes, sir.
Michael Cole, shut up!
Michael Cole, 25
Oh
years old.
yeah, I remember that shit.
Horrible human being.
Number 8. Vince has been put on trial and sued countless times, but his only ever arrests have come on television, including in 1998 and 2015. However, his most entertaining arrest went down on the November 22nd Raw in 1999. Vince sought revenge on DX, and especially Triple H. After they tormented the McMahon family the previous week in numerous ways, Vince was hell-bent on getting payback, and did so by ramming and destroying D-Generation X's limo. McMahon also tried to break down the door of DX's locker room, but was apprehended and arrested by the police.
Are they taking Vince to jail? What are they doing? He's arrested!
Vince was then booked and processed in the county jail before being put in a cell. Vince posted bail just in time to return for the main event, where he closed the show by attacking Triple H, throwing him off the stage.
Damn.
Oh that's gotta be 15 or 20 feet!
Number 7. Pees and poos his pants on live TV. Stone Cold Steve Austin's torment of Vince led to some truly epic moments. One of which was the time on Raw in October 1998 when Austin held a gun to McMahon's head. A terrified Vince was almost crying in fear, only for Stone Cold to reveal he was wielding a toy gun. However, Vince had already peed his pants, creating one of the funniest segments in WWE history.
See that they couldn't do no shit like that today. Like, this generation so damn soft. Like, this shit is epic, fam. What are my dog doing? Hey, quit that! Hey! Oh shit. Hey! Damn. Hey! Get out of here, quick! Get it! That nigga bad as hell. Get out of here. Quick, like I'm trying to record, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That nigga trying to play and shit. That nigga bad as hell, man.
moments. One of which was the time on Raw in October 1998 when Austin held a gun to McMahon's head. A terrified Vince was almost crying in fear, only for Stone Cold to reveal he was wielding a toy gun. However, Vince had already peed his pants, creating one of the funniest segments in WWE history.
McMahon 316 says I just pissed my pants.
Oh no!
Vince has had a few toilet mishaps over the years, including the time he defecated himself in a hospital bed on Raw. However, there was one time in which Vince legit pooed his pants whilst trying to get Gerald Briscoe to puke. This happened backstage before McMahon went to the ring for a live promo, as JR revealed in a radio interview in 2014.
He turns his back to Briscoe to deposit something a little in the air, and it got liquid. He sharded.
Number 6, Do-Rag Vince. The battle of the billionaires between Vince and Donald Trump spawned one of the all-time WrestleMania moments, as Vince's head was shaped completely bald. We all love to see Vince get his comeuppance. He played it brilliantly with great facial expressions and hilarious cries for help. But what came in the following weeks was absolutely hilarious, as Vince began to rock a do-rag and decided to tweak up his character a little. McMahon began referring to people as G and Holmes, incorporating various elements of black culture into his gimmick for a truly interesting result.
What's up, Holmes? What up, G?
Come on. Yeah, it does. You got the do-rag. I love the walk. I don't know. This is like a new thing you got going on. I kind of dig that. Yeah, it's tremendous.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Sweet. Yeah. No.
Number 5 gets his head shoved up Rikishi's ass. The Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club was born in 2001 and has featured a
No, so that shit was so disgusting,
when
bro.
Vince got his own head shoved up the biggest ass in wrestling. This went down on the December 6th episode of SmackDown in 2001. Vince was under the impression that he was going to be...
But them niggas used to be on some shit. Yeah, man. Look.
However, McMahon was instead met by the returning Rikishi. The Rock then proceeded to bury Vince's face in the big Fisher's backside to cap off a truly classic segment.
Lucifer's lips on the biggest ass in the WWF. There is a God in this world.
Vince has always said he wouldn't ask his talent to do anything McMahon wouldn't do himself, and Vince proved this by not only getting his head shoved up Rikishi's ass, but Big Show's as well during a Hell in a Cell match at Unforgiven 2000.
Oh my
Vince
God!
teamed up with Big Show and Shane McMahon in a losing effort against DX.
Bro, them niggas be tripping. Nah, bro. You could pay me enough, man. You could. Even if it was for entertainment purposes, man, I can't do it.
2005 Royal Rumble. Vince is well known for losing his cool, and his fiery temper was on display for all to see during the closing stages of the 2005 Rumble match. This was as a result of a botched ending to the match where John Cena and Batista were both eliminated at the same time. The referees bought time by raising each man's hand. McMahon then furiously power walked down the aisle, throwing his jacket to the ground and awkwardly sliding into the ring. He tried to get to a vertical base, but the chairman had already blown out both of his quads at the same time whilst entering the ring. And as he sat there on the mat, Vince directed traffic, telling the referees and wrestlers to restart the match with the final two, Cena and Batista. The match finished as normal with Batista winning. Vince was somehow able to walk to the back on his own 2 feet before collapsing once he got through the curtain. All in all, it was an outrageous moment that sums up just how angry, insane and tough McMahon can be.
That was very unique. Not too many people can, sever, the quad tendons at the same time. Yeah, because you have no use of your legs at all.
Speaking of McMahon being tough, over the years he's taken some ridiculous bumps.
Oh, from the hip. We got a spill on aisle 4. He's knocking him out. He's not an athlete. Oh my God, Mr. McMahon's day of reckoning. Good God.
Damn. I'm about to say, cause that Shane McMahon fall was crazy.
He has been battered bloody, but he's still breathing.
Number 3, blows himself up in a limo. From involuntarily blowing out both of his quads to purposely blowing himself up in a limousine. Vince has always tried to find ways of writing himself off television, but the chairman had perhaps found a way of getting off TV for good. On the June 11th, 2007 edition of Raw, at the end of the show, Vince would step into his limo, only to be seemingly blown to smithereens in one of the craziest ever conclusions to Monday Night Raw. The following week, the WWE was set to pay their respects to Vince McMahon in a special 3-hour episode of Raw. However, these plans were scrapped following the Benoit family tragedy, leading to Vince reappearing at the start of the show and thus cancelling the limo explosion storyline. Number 2, Wrestling God. Vince had his fair share of matches in the WWE, many of which were violent and bloody, but few were more shocking than when Vince and Shane McMahon teamed up to wrestle Shawn Michaels and God at Backlash 2006. In the build-up to the match, Vince devised his own religion, McMahonism.
And the name of it is McMahonism.
He also cut a blasphemous promo from inside a church.
Blessed be the name of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
There was also a skit where Vince healed Candice Michelle.
Heal this woman's breast.
What the hell was that?
Once it came time for the match, Vince issued the squad down to the ring, equipped with a spotlight and funky music, which Vince of course danced along to.
McMahon wants God to get jiggy with it.
With Shawn set to jump off a ladder onto Vince and Shane below, the Spirit Squad interfered, putting HBK through a table, allowing Vince to make the cover and ultimately get the victory for he and Shane. Number 1, wrestling his daughter. Wrestling God is bad enough, but how about booking yourself in a match against your own daughter just days before her wedding?
I think my mom, I was absolutely livid. My brother,
I mean, are you crazy?
And my husband,
This is ridiculous.
were more upset about it than I was.
Well, this is what Vince did at No Mercy 2003 in his first ever father vs daughter I Quit match. The two managed to have a compelling match that had plenty of heat and featured
Well, this dog so goddamn spoiled. Look at his ass. Look at this nigga nose,
also
man.
interference from Sable and Lindy.
Can't just leave me
The finish came
alone.
when Vince began to choke Stephanie with a lead pipe.
Oh,
This left Linda
man.
with no choice but to throw in the towel on behalf of her daughter, which therefore gave Vince the win. After the bell, Vince pie-faced Linda to the ground, closing out one of WWE's most surreal matches. Vince McMahon is loved and hated by many. Through his on-screen and off-screen controversies, he remains perhaps wrestling's most polarizing figure.
I've never thought that my dad's gone too far on television. When my dad goes for it, it's great.
Vince has said before that once his time is up, he wants one last moment to say thank you to everyone.
Daddy's coming home.
So with that in mind, we'll close things out by saying thank you to Vince.
Thank you, Vince.
Yeah, Vince is a very entertaining person. Is he perfect? Absolutely not, but he's an entertaining motherfucker. You know, like I said, this video segment wasn't as crazy as the Edge shit. I'm gonna let y'all niggas know that right now. So the person who requested this, who told me to do it, it wasn't better than the Edge shit. But I'm gonna react to Randy Orton shit as well. Might not do that shit today, but I'm gonna do that shit eventually. If I like the video, man, like the video. If you want more wrestling videos, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make sure I get to it, man, straight up. So I'm gonna fuck with y'all. Y'all have a good one. Out here.